What's up, y'all? It's your girl Jay Renee with Prison Riot Radio. I hope that you're doing well. This evening, we got a brother on the phone by the name of Jamel Daniels. He's doing a lot, has done a lot, and we're going to, catch up with him, see what he got going on, see how we can support him. So let's jump right into it. What's up, bro? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, Jay? What's good with you?
Good. Trying to fight crime and avoid doing time. You know how that go. I'm glad you got a chance to pull
Right.
us for sure. Thanks for, pulling up on us. So, let the
Yeah,
people.
thank you.
Oh, for sure. Let the people know a little bit about yourself and where you from.
Well, I'm from Brooklyn, New York, but I'm incarcerated in the state of Delaware, Smyrna. And, during my time, I got involved with a lot of things to help the youth on the inside and outside. But I focus more on the outside because that's the plan. That's where, I'm going and that's where I want to continue to do things I do.
For sure, we can dig that. You know what I mean? And you are doing a lot, a lot. So let's get into it.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you this first. How long you been
Uh,
behind the wall?
25 years.
That's definitely some time for real. You know what I mean? So tell us
Yes, it is.
like how are you? And what do you do to make your time matter?
Well, I mean, the normal thing, work out, read, stay on the outside, protect myself from here, watch my health, and like I told you before at the beginning, I try to help the youth because I see a lot of the young guys that gravitate to me. I'm an OG, but they like my swag. So instead of guiding them the wrong way, I try to guide them the right way. So I want to get into a few things that I already got started and have been going on for years. I got a nonprofit that I get my kids involved with on the street to do my events. My nonprofit is called Demrep M Life, and it helps the at-risk youth in the low-income communities. And last year I sponsored a basketball game, for the young guys. I also have a new artist that's out there that I manage. He goes by the name VVS Payne. He drops tomorrow at 8 o'clock his song. He's on every platform that, you get music on. Yeah, he's a 21-year-old kid, that I got as well. So, I help him pursue his dream, and now his dream is coming real. I also have a podcast, which is called M Life Podcast. Now, I'm on here speaking, but I got a partner by the name Eric Cooper. He's the artist, and we got an art page on social media on the gram. It's called DemRep2, and it has a lot of art from different artists, for sale or for show, to help the guys behind the wall. So, that's what I'm into and that's what I'm doing.
Okay, that's what's up. You know what I mean? We're gonna definitely make sure that we include, all the segues to you and the things that you're doing in the write up. But let's dive a little deeper
Absolutely.
into some things. Now,
Hmm.
we live in a very selfish world and it's too many selfish people. And you got your own thing going on that you could focus on. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Why did you
Hmm.
decide that not only did you want to mentor brothers that's behind the wall, but that you wanted to reach out to the youth that you might never even meet?
You know, when you're doing this time and you get older, you start to realize things a little differently. So I told myself that I see my calling because from in here and then out on the street. So again, I plan on getting involved. So this is the best place to start so I can get ahead of the game. And I don't have to wait till I get out there to do what I do. And at the same time, there's too many older cats guiding them the wrong way. So if they're going to gravitate to me, I'm going to show them the right way. And I call it give it back. You know what I'm saying? Because if I can save one or two, that's a big deal right there by itself. You know? So that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. We're very much into the youth too. It's cliche, but the what's it? Whitney Houston had the song "The Children Are Our Future," and that's very real.
That's right.
Coming from where we
Yeah.
from, our future is already riddled with a bunch of bullshit, and a bunch of setups.
Right.
So to catch them
Right.
early is important, and we definitely commend you for that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
go ahead,
Mhm.
you got it, brother. What you gonna say?
Yeah. No, I was just, I was going to add to it that I'm just trying to show them as well that no matter the position you in, you can make some things happen if you utilize your mind. You know what I mean? And this is not for, monetary purposes. This is all charity that I'm giving and I'm exercising. Whatever's going to come later is going to come later. But right now, this is something that I want to do and get involved in. And you can do it from here. Because if I can manage an artist from here and put them on every platform and put them in the studio and get them right videos and have his videos circulating on major platforms such as Tidal and Vimo and things, then I know for sure that when they out there, they can make it happen. They put their mind to it.
Absolutely. Y'all tell people that all the time. Like, brothers and sisters behind the wall be having ideas, plans, what I mean, crafts and all of that. But it's important for us
Hmm.
to support y'all so that can get out here. You know what I mean? The fact that you got that nonprofit, somebody on the outside had to take the time to tap into that. You know what I mean? That's very important.
That's right.
So what do you have to say for
That's right.
the support system and the importance of it?
Oh, the support system is very important, man. And I'm just blessed to have my sister with me and a few other people, but my sister the most. She ride with me and she believe in my ideas and she support me in my ideas. Her name is Kwana. You know, she's like the backbone. She was raised by mom, so you know how that go. She got the same qualities.
For sure.
You know,
All right.
so
Queens
that's my biggest supporter.
to they princesses so they can become queens. So I already dig the flavor.
That's right.
So let me ask
That's
you,
right.
bro. So what made you decide that you wanted to like manage somebody? Like, are you into music? Like, how did that happen?
Well, my boys are in the music game. One go by the name Jay Critch, and I'm Big TME, which is Talk Money Entertainment. I'm the OG. I'm the big one of it. So I was waiting till I get home to get into that game with my boys and protect them because they can rely on me and trust in me, and a lot of people out there they can't do that to, and they on a real big level. So at the same time, I met a kid on the inside that I manage now. He was good with what he do, and he was dedicated. And I seen how dedicated he was, and then he went home and was really dedicated. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna use this opportunity to get my feet wet and learn some things as I go, and at the same time help this young boy get to where he need to be. So that's how that came about.
Yeah, that's real right there. Like tapping into what people got going on and cultivating it. Because say he didn't have you, he might have just said fuck it and went out there and got into some shit.
Right.
But now he got to focus. You know what I mean? So that's very important.
Yep.
If anybody's ever told you, but the work that you're doing with that and your nonprofit and everything, that's important work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We salute you
Yeah. And not to cut you off, apologize, but my nonprofit, my podcast, which is M Life Podcast, we talk about issues in Delaware that can help the outside understand a little better about what's going on with the change of law with certain cases that might help their loved ones get their case overturned. We just keep them updated because a lot of people don't know how to, articulate it right to their loved ones, when things happen. So we gave a platform to where people could tap into it and get a better understanding about what's going on. So, that's part of what we do as well.
for sure. I was about to ask you about that, but you answered the questions I was going to ask you. You decided to put that together, but you know what I mean? You done already put it out.
Yeah,
And information is power. So the fact that you're doing that
that's right.
is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely.
Hmm.
Where can we find your podcast?
Well, it's on every podcast platform. Anywhere you look, it's called M Life Podcast. It has me. The profile is me and my partner Eric Cooper. And we should be the only ones out there. with the M Life Podcast. MLYFE Podcast.
All right, for sure. We're gonna definitely make sure that people can get it at at a touch.
Hmm.
We ain't gonna keep you too long, but I do want to give you an
Okay.
opportunity to like talk about the future. Like, where do you see everything in the next 1 to 5 years?
Well, you know, I'm in the process of trying to get out through the commutation, which is clemency in Delaware. And, so far to me it's looking good, but again, you never know. So when I get there, I plan on, doing natural things as far as work, transportation, help take care of the family and myself as well, and continue to, help the youth get involved a little more and exercise what I already started, to a higher level. And also want to get maybe with some legislators about, prison reform, criminal reform, anywhere I can help, you know what I mean? And to the things that I like to get into. I'm definitely going to be in the music game because my boys is in there. So you definitely see me in that, you know. So that's where my time is going to for these 5 years. It's just really to protect and give back and play a part in society,
Yo,
and that's a
also
fact.
a part of history, bro. You are a part of history. 5, 10,
Yes, I
50
am.
years from now, people will be able to look up and see what you did and see that you was on the right side of
Absolutely.
history. That all matters. And then I don't know if
That,
you know, but with your podcast, you a journalist too. So that's another hat.
yes,
But
yes,
yeah,
yes.
that's
Yeah, and it's not just me. I got a guy with me that's on the street. We call him Frontline Joe, and I call him that because his name is Joe. But he's the one that be in Legislative Hall. He goes to these meetings. He do what he need to do. So when people hear us, they don't just think it's a jailhouse thing. We have somebody that's on the front line that got a close understanding, so you can get it raw and real.
right.
So
That can
I,
show up and
hmm
represent. Like, nah, we here. I like that.
that's right. That's right.
We gotta make sure that we work together and take care of each other. I'm gonna tell you this, bro. I know that you already know. Once all of us figure that out, different world. Hold
Is a different world. And that's why platforms like that you have, is bigger than mine. But I appreciate you. You take the time to hear us all and give us a space, and that's what we need because you never know who's listening. You know, you never know who's listening and who can relate to it. So what you do is very important.
heard and appreciate that. I definitely want to come on your podcast. We gotta get Dutch to come on there too.
Absolutely. Yeah, I have a few. I have a few already too. Like my guy is things I didn't know about. CDLs. And I had an interview with him because he had his own trucking business, and he was letting people know about non CDLs and CDLs and
Right.
how you got to have your health right for one. So it's things we didn't know. So we always have guests, and we'd love to have you.
Oh yeah,
We'd love that.
I'm gonna come show up, talk a little shit,
That's right.
and some knowledge.
That's
So
right. That's right.
for real, I appreciated having you. You definitely have our full
hmm
support. You know what I mean? We got you. As long as you stay you and true, we got you. You feel me? And
Yeah, that's the only
promise.
way I could be.
Absolutely. I want to give you a moment to address the listeners. You can drop some gems,
hmm
some knowledge. You can talk about something we might have missed. Whatever you want to. The floor is yours.
hmm Okay, well, I'm not gonna hold them hostage, but just understand that everyone in here is not in pursuit of game and scams. I'm really trying to give back and do what I do, and I would love the support. And like I say, I got a social media page which is called M Life Podcast. People could follow that page and stay tuned to everything that's new. They can listen to my artist by the name of VVS Payne on every platform with his music. Uh, they can also go to the art page on Instagram, which is DemRep2, DEMREP2, and see some of the art. You can like it. You can buy some. It's all in support of the young guys who got talent and some of the older guys who got talent. We got that going on. So just support us, man. Don't down what's going on because we, in the pen. And that's really all I got to say about that. Just show the love.